Welcome back, everyone, to another fun episode of Indy Reads Aloud. Today, we have a really different story for you today because it's intergenerational, and that means parents, grandparents, great-grandparents gather the children around, and let's all share this story together. Today, Vickie Rodgers is going to be reading for us, and her book is called Miss Ruby, the GiGi Squad, Friendship Comes in All Ages. Thank you so much for being with us today, Vickie. I
You're,
appreciate you coming.
you're so welcome. It's my pleasure.
This is going to be fun. Vickie Rodgers has a master's degree in nursing, is a former professor of nursing education, and is presently the clinical educator of a large retirement community. She has a passion for working with the elderly, and creating this book was on her bucket list of labors of love. Vickie's goal is to help children realize that older adults can bring love into their lives along with valuable lessons. Watching her grandchildren bring sunshine and happiness to the real life Miss Ruby has brought joy to Vickie and her family. The book has become the catalyst for a school service learning project, which has connected young students with local long-term care and assisted living residents. She and her husband have 3 grown children, 4 grandchildren, and 2 Goldendoodles. Thank you so much again for coming. I'm really excited about this project because it really shares a wonderful message about bridging the gaps of age.
It does. It does indeed do that.
So I'm really excited. Here's a little bit about the book, and then we're going to have you read. Visiting and befriending an older adult can be a magical and rewarding experience. Miss Ruby and the GiGi Squad, Friendship Comes in All Ages, chronicles the fun and inspirational experiences the children, also known as the GiGi Squad, brought to Miss Ruby, a 93-year-old care center resident. Each whimsical and delightful illustration depicts the many sunshiny days they all shared together, such as surprise birthday parties, trips to school musicals, and holiday celebrations. The book's goal is to show children that visiting and befriending an older adult can be rewarding for both. I really think this is a great message. I'm so excited to hear you tell this story. When
Well,
you are ready, Vickie, please take the microphone and read aloud.
all right. That's Miss Ruby and the GiGi Squad. Friendship Comes in All Ages. Has a letter in the beginning to children. Dear reader, we are so happy that you have chosen to read about our adventures with Miss Ruby. It is our hope that you will also find an older adult to create special memories with. We know that you will forever cherish the love and wisdom they share with you, and they will treasure the sunshine and happiness you bring to their days just by being you. Happy reading. XOXO, the GiGi Squad. Meet Miss Ruby. She's a fun-loving lady who is 93 years old. Lately, she's been feeling a bit sad. One day, Miss Ruby called GiGi. GiGi, Miss Ruby said, I miss spending time with children. They always bring sunshine and happiness everywhere they go. GiGi knew just what to do. She decided to bring the GiGi Squad to meet Miss Ruby. What's the GiGi Squad? It's a group of kind-hearted kids who happen to be GiGi's grandchildren, Avery, Caroline, Cole, and Will. GiGi gathered the squad. Kids, she said, how would you like to visit my friend Miss Ruby? She was once a nurse just like me. She sometimes feels lonely and is wishing for visitors. Where does she live? Asked Avery. Did she take care of sick people? Asked Cole. Why is she lonely? Asked Caroline. What if she doesn't like us? Asked Will. GiGi answered all of their questions. Miss Ruby lives at Friendship Village Care Center, which is a home for older people. She was a nurse for a long time and has cared for many people. She doesn't have any grandchildren, and sometimes that makes her feel lonely. And of course, she will like you. You will all bring so much happiness into her life, and she will add friendship and joy to yours. What is it like to visit a care center? Asked Will. GiGi explained that they might see some people sitting in special chairs that have wheels to help them get from place to place. Some people may be using equipment to help them walk. One thing is for sure, they all love children. The kids were a bit nervous about meeting Miss Ruby for the first time. but Miss Ruby's big smile and the sparkle in her eyes let them know how happy she was to see them. They chuckled at the stories that she told them about the fun things she did in her childhood. On the way home, the squad decided that since Miss Ruby can't get out to see the world, maybe they could bring some sunshine into her world. They also agreed that it would be nice to meet the other residents at the care center. I have an idea, shouted Caroline. Let's plan some fun days for Miss Ruby. Yes, they all shouted. First, let's give her a surprise birthday party, said Avery. Miss Ruby's birthday is next week, Grandma GiGi said, so we'd better get busy. The planning began. I'll bake the cake, said Caroline. I'll carry the balloons, said Will. I'll hold the flowers and the party decorations, said Avery. And I'll carry the gifts, said Cole. The kids went to see Miss Ruby, and when she opened the door, they shouted, "Surprise!" Avery played Happy Birthday on the piano, and the GiGi squad sang. This is the best party I've ever had, said Miss Ruby. You bring me so much joy. I have an idea for another special day for Miss Ruby, said Avery. I'm going to invite her to my middle school musical. Miss Ruby will love that, and after all, I do have a lead part. Before the musical started, Avery introduced Miss Ruby to her theater friends. This is my new friend, Avery announced. GiGi and Miss Ruby smiled as they watched Avery's performance. This has been a special night, Miss Ruby said when the play ended. I choose next, Caroline said. I want to have a tea party with Miss Ruby. GiGi helped Caroline make the tea and set the table with Miss Ruby's pretty cups and saucers. They spent the afternoon eating cake, drinking tea, and telling each other stories. I feel just like a grown-up, said Caroline, carefully sipping her tea. Miss Ruby loved everything about the tea party. Thank you, Caroline, she said. This has been a tea party I will always remember. I choose Halloween, said Cole. No, I choose Halloween, said Will. Let's both do Halloween, they said together. Done. On Halloween, Cole and Will arrived at Friendship Village Care Center. They paraded around saying trick or treat to everyone and handed out special treats to all. Miss Ruby and the other residents loved the parade. You made everyone so happy, said Miss Ruby. Bringing sunshine to you is fun, said Cole. What can we do next to bring more sunshine and happiness to Miss Ruby? Asked Caroline. I know, said Avery. Let's decorate a bag and fill it with treats, and we can call it the Sunshine Bag. On their next visit, the squad proudly handed Miss Ruby the Sunshine Bag. Thank you for the wonderful gift, she said. Christmas was coming soon. The kids were thinking of unusual ways to make their first Christmas with Miss Ruby an exciting event. GiGi took the squad shopping to get party supplies. They bought a small tree for Miss Ruby's room, and each kid chose a meaningful ornament. They picked out a colorful stocking and filled it with goodies. Then they made Miss Ruby a one-of-a-kind necklace. They stamped their names on metal circles and then created a small heart with the words "Bonus Grandma" in the center. The children were so excited to decorate Miss Ruby's room for the holidays. What a lovely surprise, Miss Ruby exclaimed. I haven't had a Christmas tree for many years. Miss Ruby smiled brightly when she opened the gift and read the words "Bonus Grandma" on the necklace. Everyone needs a bonus grandma like Miss Ruby to share their wisdom and bring them joy, GiGi said. Plus, lots of older people need kids like us to make memories and share their sunshiny days, said Avery. Caroline, Cole, and Will nodded as the members of the GiGi squad began planning their next adventure with Miss Ruby. The end.
Thank you very much. What a
You're
wonderful
welcome.
story. Two things. I love the idea of bonus grandparents. Did the children come up with that idea, or was that something you came up with when you wrote the story?
No, the children came up with that. I bought all the stuff, the hammers and all that, the metal and all the alphabet. to hand stamp the necklace that we've created for her. So, and I let each child do their own name on their own circle and all of that. And Miss Ruby still wears that necklace to this day.
How
She has it on.
wonderful.
Quite frequently when I visit her, she still has it on when we go over there.
That's fantastic. What was your favorite part about writing this story?
Probably sharing it with the kids as I went through the process, and with Ruby, being able to bring in the illustrations. Each time I get an illustration back from the illustrator, it's kind of like Christmas when you get
Yeah.
an illustration, and each being able to take the illustrations into her and let her see them and include her in the book as we went along. She knew up front when we agreed to do the book that she was kind of going to be the poster child for
Sure.
other older adults to get children to visit. So
Right.
we've known that all the way through, but it was fun to have her included in the book writing process.
Absolutely. What a great way to bring generations together. I'm so glad that you shared this story with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I love sharing my mission.
I
Keep
think
promoting.
I think it's a fantastic mission, and please keep doing it.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful night.
Thanks, you also.